Hey, it's me, Goku! You just keep getting stronger, don't you, Piccolo? Let's see how strong, huh? Yeah!
Look who's talking. Fine, we can fight, but I won't go down so easily.
Take this! Take this! Why don't Why don't what?
Okay. This is a rebrand of my entire channel, pretty much. And I decided to start it off here. Back for kind of what I was known for, or at least did a lot, which was the Xenoverse Moveset videos. I will also be doing this in tandem with Sparking Zero, so you're going to be seeing a lot of this. Some things have changed in the world of Xenoverse, obviously. And opinions have shifted. This is the first preset of Goku, and I'm going to try to make these fast because we have a lot to get through. Goku is one of the most time-consuming characters. And unlike Sparking Zero, where I can break it up between Z and Super, Goku doesn't have this here. So it's really only... break it up between Z, Daima, and GT. I don't know when this is coming out, so hopefully by the time I get to Goku and Sparking Zero, the Daima second DLC is out. No, it's still not out yet. But we are in the middle of September, so there's that. But anyways, to the moveset. I don't really have an issue with the basic strings or even the combo strings. I will not be making a lot of mentionings to these unless I feel like it doesn't fit the character or repeats too much for forms or transformations, because they will a lot. Goku's standard Dragon Throw grab, I would be concerned if he didn't have it, actually. I feel like this should just come with your basic Goku, and this is the first preset. Now, usually the presets are themed around the different sagas, and this one is meant to be your, like, standard end of OG Dragon Ball Goku, merging in with very, very early DBZ Goku. Essentially, only the fight where he gets kneed by Raditz. As a whole, what do I think about him? Well, Kamehameha Boost is very nice to see. I don't think it's been in any game that I can recall that hasn't been like something like Dragon Ball Heroes, possibly Legacy of Goku, maybe Dragon Ball Origins. I'm quite unsure about that one. However, what I do know about this, though, is right here, this Goku, I will be grading as meh. He's not all that great, and I'm not going to individually rank. I think these presets only talk about them very briefly. Like I said, we have a lot to cover, and this is likely going to be multiple videos. just like it was before. The normal Kamehameha. It's it's your standard beam. It's your standard basic iconic blast. I don't have any issues with it. It's exactly what I would expect from this game. It's what I would expect from a Dragon Ball Blast. Much like the Gallic Gun, in a way. It's simple. It's just there. Solar Flare. I don't have much to add about Solar Flare. It's nice, I guess. And these are all moves that I think Goku used during the tournament, anyways. And Super Kamehameha, it's your standard basic key ult. It's just a bigger, stronger version of the Kamehameha. Um, I'm gonna be trying to judge these based off of standards now, and I think using the Super Kamehameha and the normal Kamehameha as basic standards for most characters with these types of moves are going to work well. And yeah, we're going to be seeing the Kamehameha a lot. I don't have much to say about the evasive skill.
Over here! Okay, let's do this thing! Over here!
Okay, I'm eventually going to stop counting these when I lose track, which will probably be very soon. This is Goku's second preset. This is the form that fought Raditz, at least. One of them, this is only, his fight with Raditz is only symbolized by two presets. So I think with his fight with Nappa and Vegeta, two presets. You could also argue that there is one based off of the Triamite, which I will talk about. At least I believe that one's based off of the Triamite, but we'll get to that when we do. This Goku has consistently one of my favorite moves, which I will talk about at some point or another. He has Shockwave. Honestly, I do want to talk about remaking some of these movesets and moves that should have definitely been included in Goku's kit, and the fact that we don't have Meteor combination baffles me. We could probably get it now, but like, they missed their chance with a character, and I'm gonna explain who it is later. I would have taken it even if it was a like. I get why the Meteor combination wasn't in the game at some point, but they could have at least given us the combo and set that combo up to use a Kamehameha. Oh well, we have Shockwave, which doesn't make sense to me. Now, probably one of my favorite Ki Blasts, if not one of my favorite, it's on my main character, Bending Kamehameha. Okay, what makes this move good? It's fast. It bends. It does really good damage, and I'm not going to be focusing too much on damage here. Except for when I think it matters for character representation. Like, okay, how weak and strong is this character? Stuff like that will be elaborated on. But bending is one of the best moves for this very reason. And I know I'm talking more about like a damage percentage, but I like that it's fast and you can also move it around. Xenoverse does have a few moves like that. This is the first one like it though. And I think it's very well done. It's definitely one of my favorite Goku moves, if not my absolute favorite key wave that Goku has in this game, if not my favorite attack that he has. But we'll talk about my favorite melee move from him and his favorite ultimate at some point in the future. He has backflip, which I don't have to comment on. Goku actually does do a backflip against Raditz. I don't know why Rising Tension is here, where really it should be energy charge, and this is going to be a big thing with me, as I think every character needs to have a charge. I don't really care for the most part, but they all need to have charges. Anywho, onwards to the next character.
Over here! Over here!
So, clearly you can see here, this is the second preset of Goku. It's just a ripped version of his weightless gi that he wears against Raditz. Again, his gi did get ripped in the series, so I do understand why this is here. However, you essentially take everything about the last Goku that I liked. This Goku does not have bending, and the only new move is After Image, which again I think works. I think Goku should at least have every basic move that's in a game. Like for Sparking Zero, you're gonna. I don't know if I'll bring up Sparking Zero now, but for reference, and I'm gonna have to go over this with when I do Sparking Zero, I'm going to be comparing these games to Fighters, Raging Blast 2, Ultimate Tenkaichi. So basically every game from Budokai 1 all the way to Fighters. For some games it will be different, because obviously they are different games, so I think they deserve a different standard. But some of these I do have to talk about. Goku having Afterimage I don't have an issue with. He's really fast, and we do see him vanish with the fight with Raditz, so it's not all that bad. And I guess this one is meant to be a weaker version of Goku, since he's injured. But now it's time to get on to the actual Saiyan ones, and this one is gonna be a long one.
Here goes! Take this! Take this! Take this! Take this! Wide open! Here! Here goes! Wide open! Take this! Are you? My turn! Wide open! Here! Here goes! Why don't...
Who are you?
Here, on! Here goes! My turn! My...
Okay, we actually might not have that other preset of Goku. This is the one that I remember talking about was like probably... Well, this preset of Goku is meant to, I'm pretty sure, be the fight with Nappa, Turtles, and Slug. There might be another preset that I might end up calling that one, but that one might just be for the cooler movie. But what do I think about this one? This is the first time that we have a transformation here. I don't mind him having a Sledgehammer. It's a powerful move, and Kaioken is seen as a powerful melee attack in the game. So, it don't bother me that it's here. I do wish he had Kaioken attack. They have, well, we have Kaioken Assault, which is the move he used on Vegeta, which we will talk about at a later point. So I don't see why we couldn't have gotten Kaioken Attack. And then he has two other moves. I know why Charge Ki Wave is here. It's for the stamina, so you can actually use Kaioken. So I don't mind that being here. I could care less about Spirit Burst though. Now his ultimate is a complete another shame. Just give him Super Kamehameha. It's the stock standard Goku move, and yeah, eventually I'm gonna get tired of seeing it. But I'd rather have characters that have two ults than one, or have one ult that is unique to them, and have one that isn't. If you really wanted to give this Goku full power energy blast volley, you totally should have and could have added it as a second attack. Hello, Shimmer. Let's talk it. Kaioken. How do I like its implement? Well, it's a... similar to the Budokai games, it is classified as an actual transformation in this game. It takes up the transformation slot. And there are three versions of it. Normal Kaioken, times 3, and times 20. The three most recognizable versions of Kaioken. I have noticed that I think Goku gets more of a deep red. That's still that very vibrant red flashy color that you can see on screen right here. And this Goku can use Kaioken times 1, 3, and 20. This is a problem, in my personal opinion. This is the only transformation that works the way it does, actually. If you look at someone like Teen Gohan, he has more than 5 ki bars. He should be able to go Super Saiyan 3, but he's locked to just Super Saiyan 2. If I believe it just says Super Saiyan for him. I could be wrong. But, actually, other Gokus have enough ki to go Super Saiyan 2 and 3 before he can actually do it in the series, and they just have him go normal Super Saiyan. Clearly, they can cap it, so I don't understand why this Goku, if this one is meant to be Nappa, Turtles, and Slug, why he can go times 20. Goku arguably never uses times 20 against Turtles. I don't remember him ever using Kaioken in the Lord Slug movie. I know he uses Kaioken in the Tree of Might, but I believe it's times 10 and times 15. He uses, I think, times 5, times 10, times 15. He uses times 5 against Turtles. Against Turtles' Crusher Core, and then uses times 15 and 10 against Turtles in their fight, respectively. Do I like the way that Kaioken is presented as a transformation here? As you saw, it did keep on taking health. It was just a little bit, but it was still taking health away from Goku, and by extension, your character. I'm not a fan of that, personally. At least not why this transformation also has the effect of quite literally draining your stamina, and your stamina drains faster and faster the more you're in a certain Kaioken. But Kaioken does feel dangerous, it feels deadly, and I do appreciate that. Usually in games such as Sparking Zero, BT3, and Raging Blast, Kaioken is a power-up and less of a transformation. The only games where I can actually think of it as a transformation are Budokai, Infinite World, and Burst Limit. And in the original Budokai, there were multiple Kaiokens for Goku to pick, actually, beyond times 1, 3, and 20. I don't think the game ever goes up to times 20, but this Goku definitely should have been capped at least times 3. Then the next one most certainly should have been for times 3, and yes, I will be repeating attacks, because sometimes they do change, and ultimates. So, if Goku has another Kaioken variant that has normal Kamehameha, I will not be showing it off at all. But anything else new is pretty much fair game.
Lend me your power! Over here! Solar flare! Solar flare! Lend me your power! Over here! Solar flare! Lend me your power! Over here! Lend me your power! Over here!
Okay, so this is the ending Goku for original Saiyan Saga. How does he stack up? Out of all the Saiyan Saga variants, this is the best Goku. Every move that he has here is one that he's used. So, truthfully, this is his best Saiyan Saga preset, and I would argue one of the better presets. I really like the moves here. But what's it called? Kaioken Assault is a very cool rush move. When I first saw it, I was pretty impressed with it, and they have seemed to have fixed it so it doesn't drain health from you, because it would do that, unless it's the Super Soul that is currently being used, but I did not notice that my health was going down. And this is the only Kaioken attack that does this, by the way. Kaioken Kamehameha does not do that, for whatever reason. But Kaioken Assault is the rush that he used on Vegeta, but not exactly. It also looks like it has Kaioken Attack mixed into it. So very similar to what they did in Sparking Zero for early Goku's Kaioken Rush. So it is appreciated. It's one of my favorite moves, I'll have to say. Certainly one of my favorite melee Goku moves that we have here. Kaioken Kamehameha. Although the only Kamehameha that Goku uses is the Beam Clash against Vegeta, this is also another really cool attack. We don't get a lot of Kaioken attacks in video games, so I'm going to take what I can get, and usually they're rushes, unless you're Kaioken times 20 Kamehameha. Now, one-handed Spirit Bomb. I wish it was an ultimate, like it has been for more than 10 plus years. But I understand that Super Spirit Bomb was probably a priority, maybe. There are only 2 Spirit Bombs there are only 3 Spirit Bombs in the game. I almost said 2. I like its animation, and I do like just holding the Spirit Bomb there. This is the only Goku that uses this attack, and I wish we got to see it more. I guess it does a lot of damage though, and has tracking, but it is exactly how the other games did it, just without the cutscenes, pretty much. It works here, but I personally would have much rather it be his ultimate. Yeah, Goku's not the one who actually throws the Spirit Bomb, but it's always been early Goku's ultimate, because it is, by technicality, the strongest technique that he has done. But as a super, it's fine here. Kaioken times 4 Kamehameha is one of my favorite ultimates. It's quick, it's fast, does good damage, and you can boost it. It looks very nice, and it's one of the few ultimate Kamehamehas that look kind of different. We also don't get Kaioken ultimate attacks. we haven't gotten a Kaioken ult. I don't think we've ever had a Kaioken ult, not counting when you can transform into Kaioken and do Spirit Bomb in the older games. If I was to switch up this preset, even though I think it's very good, make Spirit Bomb a secondary ultimate, you would still keep ×4 and put Solar Flare where Spirit Bomb is and give him a charge. That's the way I would have personally done it. Just because I think Spirit Bomb should be an ultimate. But, all in all, a really good Saiyan Saga representation. And now, we move on. Oh, I was unmuted the entire time. Jeez. Hello, Shimmer. How do I feel about this preset? This is the first Namek preset, which is, I'm assuming, meant to be the fight with Captain Ginyu, Turtles, Slug, and possibly Cooler. This preset is, I went a little bit out of order. This preset is placed before Goku Ginyu and Frieza Saga Goku for whatever reason, which has led me to believe that this one is like meant to be the movie version of early Goku. As it stands, this version is just the shittier version of the first Kaioken Goku preset we get, replacing very few moves. Spirit Burst or Blast, I forget what it's called, is replaced with Afterimage. I believe they both keep Kamehameha. In this version, Meteor Blow / Meteor Strike, basically the same move, was added in instead of Sledgehammer, and Full Power Energy Blast Volley is replaced by Super Kamehameha. This is the first time that we get to see Goku's signature evasive skill, Spirit Wave, so I am happy to see that here. It's about time he finally got it. I will say, though, that this preset is piss poor, and they totally did not have to add this preset in at all to do anything with it. There was absolutely no reason to have this here for any reason whatsoever. uh, uh, there's no attacks that are relevant to anything that he does in any of either the Turles movie or the Ginyu saga. No game has ever added in the Kaioken rush that he did against Ginyu to show off his power when he went Kaioken times 15. Like, at all. So yeah, that kind of sucks. I'm not gonna complain about Kamehameha. This is Goku. And unlike Sparking Zero, where you will, spoiler alert, see this as a major issue I have with Goku in that game, Xenoverse has technically 3 attack slots. 4 by technicality, even though I think the 4th should always be used for a charge. But, anyways. They could have given him that. They could have given him the rush that he used against Turles' Crusher Core, or a attack that he used against Turles. Hell, Destructo Disc would have been preferable. He uses it against a Great Ape Kid Gohan, so at least that would make more sense. Super Kamehameha can stay, and again, if we had one-handed Spirit Bomb as a ultimate, I would also have said one-handed Spirit Bomb as along with Super Kamehameha, because I think the entire thing should be filled out, and you'll see this as we go on with DLC characters. I am gonna talk about that. I kind of have to. But on to Goku Ginyu.
Let's do this! Okay, let's do this! Try yes! Unbelievable! Wide open! Over here! Here goes! Solar flare! My turn! Over here!
Anyways, let's talk about Ginyu Goku. Or, sorry, Goku Ginyu. First off, I'm very happy that they kept Ginyu's combos. They could have easily done Goku's combos, which I wouldn't have said no to, since this is Goku's body. But, like I said, I don't really care about it, and I don't really want to talk about Ginyu's fighting style until we get to Ginyu. They kept his normal grab, again, that's fine. It's Goku's grab, whatever. Meteor combination, although it's like kind of like a basic move that any character can do, I've always seen it as like Goku / the Turtle skill school's move in this game. It makes sense for him to have it here. Again, this Goku didn't fight at all, so I'm not expecting any like new moves or anything of the sort. Absolutely not. Again, this Goku didn't even fight. He cheered from the sidelines because he was too injured. Kamehameha here is okay. Maybe I would have gotten rid of Kamehameha for full power energy blast, or for consecutive energy blast, just to show how weak Goku was by this point. I also probably would have gotten rid of Solar Flare for consecutive energy blast as well. Yeah, shit moveset, but again, this preset's meant to be very weak, so I'd be okay giving him a bunch of stock moves. I think full power energy blast volley is a good idea here. It is fun to see Ginyu's body doing Goku's moves, though.
Over here! Over here! Over here!
I am terribly sorry for the spinning. This is my other controller. This is my stick shift controller, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. Sorry. Anyways, this is the Kaioken times 20 Goku, or as I like to say, the first Frieza Saga battle Goku. I feel like this preset could have used more. Goku does do at least some unique things. I guess Meteor Strike slash Blow is very reminiscent of his Geronimo kick that he does to Frieza. But I honestly would have rathered, I think it's called Double Dragon Twin Shot or something like that. But the dual ball Kamehameha that he uses and shoots at Frieza could have been used instead of backflip. I mean, I don't like Meteor Blow or Strike, and feel like it was definitely a waste of spot. Meteor Crash, I think, would have been better if you wanted to do that. The only... I don't remember Goku ever doing any, like, attacks that you would, like, that you could make into a skill. Usually, that's melee, because I want to try to keep these skills close to what I want them to be replaced with. So in this case, I want a melee skill. If the times 20 Kaioken rush wasn't part of the ult, then I definitely would have said the rush and give him a new Kamehameha ult that's either like times 20 or something. I'm not going to complain too much about normal Kamehameha being a skill here. I really don't see a reason why I need to complain about that. Like, at all. Also, just to get this through, I'm not going to be going over every single custom character's moves. That'd be too many Goku moveset videos. Unless I dedicated one to just custom Goku, which I might start doing for all the characters. Their custom variations get a whole new video to themselves. Which actually might be easier to do. But, anyways, yeah. Replace Meteor Blow or Strike with another move. You could even make it the Geronimo Kick. Because I know Goku does a combo on Frieza at some point or another. You could easily have it be a barrage of fast punches. Like I said, usually this is mid Goku in games, and we get Meteor combination, even though it is Saiyan Saga Goku that uses that move. But if we had it here in the game, I would have taken it. And I'm being 100% with that. If not, you could have just given him Meteor combination. I wouldn't have minded. Goku does do a lot of fast clashing with Frieza, which could have worked. Again, I think the dual ball Kamehameha should have replaced back jump. And if you really don't think he should have normal Kamehameha, then I guess the ball Kamehameha will have to do. Hell, there is no Goku. There is no Goku that actually has a Spirit Bomb for the Saiyan arc. They changed that to Super Kamehameha, which I will talk about. So you could have given him Mini Spirit Bomb just to show that he had one. I don't get to talk about Super Spirit Bomb for a while, but there's no large Spirit Bomb in this, so you could have made a new, like, super attack where he throws it with two hands or something, or just made it another ultimate. Super Kamehameha, again, here is fine. And I am very glad that they made times 10 Kamehameha, or times 20 Kamehameha a rush. It's usually a super, and it's just a blast. No game has ever included the rush. Xenoverse is the first game, to my knowledge, that has a rush 4 times 20. Yeah, Sparking Zero has one, but I'm not counting Sparking Zero right now. So again, you could easily just put times 20 in the place of Super Kamehameha and place where times 20 is currently with the large Spirit Bomb, and we would have been fine, and this would have been a perfect Goku preset. As it is now, though, this is a pretty good Goku moveset. So I'm not going to complain too much, and as they go on, they do get a lot better, so.
Wide open! Here!
Milo! Hey, stop scratching at Milo! Milo! Anyways, this preset literally has nothing new that we haven't seen from Goku. And I am redoing every attack in their transformations. As you can see here, however, this Goku is meant to be the one that fought Milo! Stop that! Anyways, this one is meant to be the one that threw the Spirit Bomb. And also the first one to go Super Saiyan. For this preset, it's literally just like the first Kaioken one that we saw. Just, switch out Kaioken for Super Saiyan, pretty much. I don't really mind, since, I mean, you could have given him, I think it's called Meteor, I don't remember the name. It's Meteor something. I think it's called Meteor Smash. Meteor Smash, like, the move you see from Sparking Zero and Mid Goku's Super Saiyan, though that melee move should have been here. You could argue that it should be for both, but I have another thing that I want to talk about for that last preset. But definitely it should have been given to Goku instead of Meteor Blow. Kamehameha, again, Goku standard, I don't care. After Image, I guess. You could have given him a power-up move, but I guess that would fit better with the last Frieza preset for Goku, so I can't really complain there. This preset should have had Super Spirit Bomb, even though I personally would have made a new move and just called it Large Spirit Bomb. In Xenoverse 1, this preset had Super Spirit Bomb. They decided to change it, and I think he just could have had two ults. I don't have too much to say about this version.
What? You idiot! Why, you... Over here! You idiot!
Okay, so what do I think about the last preset for Frieza Saga Goku? Well, here's the thing. Super God Fist is one of my favorite skills. Apparently he first used this move against Vegeta. I've always thought this move was the punch that he used to hit Gohan with to stop Cell. or to stop him from going to Cell and getting himself killed. Anyways, this is also the first game that I know to have God Fist. I don't mind it being here. Goku does get a really good hit on against Frieza. I'm pretty sure it is literally a straight punch, so God Fist works here. I would have much rather some type of, like, dash attack similar to Bardock's Rebellion Sphere. Maybe, but the way that I would have gotten rid of Super After Image is giving him his Command Super from Raging Blast 2, which can still be used here. It is different from the Rush that is in Sparking Zero for him and Budokai Tenkaichi 3, even though I believe they both go by the same exact names. So I'm not really opposed to that. Actually, I'd be pretty fine with that. Now, Limit Breaker Wave is Super Kamehameha. Originally, Goku didn't actually have this. This was a DLC pack 1 attack that was retroactively added to this version of Goku. I still don't understand why they didn't call it Angry Kamehameha and it was referred to as something else. That spinning is really annoying. It needs to be used, and it can only be used when your opponent is on their last bar of health. And it will always end in a kill, I'm pretty sure. I really like his voice line where he says, "You idiot." He sounds rightfully angry, and I think it sounds almost as better as "you fool." So really good voice direction, but this doesn't feel like a Kamehameha. There's no aura, there's no nothing, it just seems like a basic beam. And I like the way that Angry Kamehameha looks. I just think they could have done a bit more to spice it up. And also, yet again, Super Kamehameha, again, I have no problem with this. At all. Again, it's the standard Goku move, so I don't have much to complain about.